You are listening to Single Smart Female. This is Jen, explaining the possibilities in your love life and examining your mantourage dating experiences. I am here to help you do life and love on your terms by tipping the scales of love permanently in your favor. So don't forget to text this episode to all of your single smart girlfriends, and let's get started. Howdy there, single smart female. It's your romantic fairy godmama, coming to you today with a single smart female listener question. This listener question comes all the way from sunny Los Angeles. And Miss I Feel Blindsided writes, Dear Jen, I've been listening to many of your episodes and really like the idea of mantourage dating. I was kind of doing it virtually with men I met on Hinge. I ended up meeting one of them on a week-long vacation recently. I felt like I was starting to fall in love. 2 weeks after the trip, things started to fall apart. We agreed we needed to see each other more as we do not live in the same city to see how we both really truly feel. I ended up seeing something on Instagram that I wish I had never seen. I saw him bring another girl along on his New York trip. I was furious and felt betrayed, even though we had never discussed exclusivity. I felt like he did me wrong. The entire 6 months we were in touch before the first time that we met. In person, he made it seem like he was waiting on me and that no one else was in the picture. He also said that he was ready for family and kids and marriage, and when confronted, come to find out, he admitted to having friends, quote unquote, that he sees and sleeps with casually. I don't have much dating experience, so this is absurd to me. I refuse to deal with him if he's sleeping around. Is he wrong for this? I feel like I should have been told what the situation was, even though I never brought it up. I feel blindsided. Is he even worth dating in the future? I feel like he hides the truth about other girls from me because he knows I won't be okay with it. He tells me they have no potential, but I feel like he isn't valuing me if he's not worried about losing me while entertaining options. I would appreciate your insight. Okay, Miss I Feel Blindsided, my insight, not your insight, but my insight you indeed will get today. So first off, thank you for submitting this. This has a lot of really good material in here to unpack. And I want to start with something for you and all the single smart females out there. When you're looking at what works for you and what doesn't work for you, you have to consider everything that has happened in your romantic past. And for many women, that is the concept or not even the concept, that's the actual running quickly into a relationship. If it was something that truly worked for you, it would already have. And there's a part of you that's obviously significantly hyper-focused because you were virtually dating several men, but only actually physically in person seeing one. So that right there indicates a level of hyper-focus already. Now, with that said, you need to know, and all single smart females need to know, this is your wake-up call. All right? Running quickly into a relationship, if it has not worked for you in the past, it's not working now. So it's something you have to stop to do. If it was going to work, it would have already worked and you wouldn't be here listening to me right now and having this discussion. So I need you to accept the fact that you actually have to take your time mantourage dating. It is time for you, if you truly want to become an adored woman, to explore your options. Adored women exclusively explore their options, okay? They don't fake mantourage date. They don't virtual mantourage date. They actually, literally mantourage date. And that way, you can learn everything that you need to know because long-term love, it's an inside job. It's not just some luck of the draw. It's not about how good looking you are. It's not about whether or not you're smart enough or pretty enough or good enough or all of these just random external things. It's exclusively an inside job, and you have to address the things that are keeping you stuck from going into the relationship that you are. And the first one being that you're not willing to explore your options, and that's based on a level of fear. Number 2, I'm not saying that you did this, but I want to make this very clear to all of my single smart females. It's very important that you don't sleep with somebody that you're not ready to sleep with. And if you're not in an exclusive relationship, we're going to go into the number 3 part, which is quit assuming exclusivity. Okay? We try to concoct this thing, oh, I'm only going to sleep with you if I'm the only person that you're sleeping with. That shit doesn't work a lot. So just reserve sleeping with somebody until you are ready. If you want to wait till exclusivity, great. There's lots of other things you can do besides sticking his penis inside of you sexually that could be just as much fun, if not more fun at times. Also, I think there's a lot of arrogance, which arrogance a lot of times is, again, based on insecurity on our part as women, that if we're not willing to have conversations about stuff and we're going to assume that he should think and be just the way that we are. All right? And that shit's got to stop. We as women are scared to explore our options, and when men are not, we get pissed off at them. What the fuck is that about? He's not allowed to explore his options just because you aren't? Really think about that. Break that down. So again, you need to honor your own sexual time frame. A lot of times we as women move way too quickly into the sexual piece, assuming that either somehow we're going to end up in a relationship with somebody, but we're violating our own sexual time frame. So take your time. If you know you go into, I still love that movie, Wedding Crashers, stage 5 clinger after a sexual experience, press pause on the sexual experience. Get to know somebody, date somebody, do things outside of the bedroom. He falls in love with you outside of the bedroom. Inside the bedroom's only the cherry on top. Okay, number 4, let's break some stuff down. Again, like I mentioned, there is a lot to unpack here. Let me reiterate some of the things that you said. You said, even though we never discussed exclusivity, I felt like he did me wrong. In person, he made it seem like he was waiting on me. I feel like I should have been told the situation, even though I never brought it up. There's, again, a lot of assumption in there. A lot. Based on who you are and your fearfulness around exploring your options. Let's understand something very clearly, ladies. Who the hell wants to disclose when they're exploring their options that give you a list? They want to give you a list of everything that's going on with them and the possibilities of what their possibilities are romantically when they're caught in the moment with you. Do you really want a list of every single person he possibly could be talking to? Do you want to provide him with a list of every single guy? I know we say that we want this, but let's break it down. Does that really feel great when you're trying to get to know somebody? Hey, by the way, I really like you. I'm getting to know you. I'm exploring this option with you. But let me make sure you know very clearly that this shit has a high chance of not working out, instead of just staying in the moment and seeing what happens and understanding that since the two of you are adults, it may not work out long term. And that is okay. It doesn't mean you shouldn't explore the option. So, ladies, again, think about this. Do you really want to know everything that's going on in his life? Till the point that you actually step into exclusivity together. And just because he dates people and he keeps his options open doesn't mean he can't be a loyal man. Okay? Could it mean that? Yes, but more times than not, it doesn't. And I want to make that very clear. Men historically have been much better at exploring their options. And that is okay. And that is something we as women need to adopt. We claim feminism, but we're not truly really willing to step outside this fear box and explore things that are potentially, actually not even potentially, that are definitely incredibly powerful to us, especially in the concept of mantrage dating. You cannot mantrage date properly without truly exploring your options. And you deserve that as a woman. You deserve to know what you are stepping into and what the possibilities are in love and romance, okay? Now, finally, This is the part that got to me the most, because this is the part that many women adapt in their love life. They're kick-ass, they're badass in the rest of their lives, in their careers. They make some crazy cool shit happen. They take on the world and they're fearless, but then they shut the fuck down in their dating and love life. And they adopt this poor me victim routine in reference to men. And this is going to sting when I tell you this. If you continue to do this, he did this to me and he did this to me, instead of learning how to mentorage date properly, exploring your options, understanding that yes, sometimes some shit's going to go down, but that doesn't make you broken. It doesn't mean that nothing good is going to happen. Sometimes things look poorly because there's something else going on. And if you get caught in the idea, it's okay to feel your feelings, of course, and I teach women to do that all the time. But if you get caught in the poor me victim routine, then you are going to perpetually have a love life that sucks. And then you might have some glimpses of someone come in and like, oh my God, this is magic, this is wonderful. But because you've set up the habit of always viewing the world in reference to men as the poor me, from the poor me place, you're going to end up going back, even if you have those glimpses of greatness, because that's the established routine. You need to let go of that established routine. We have to, as women, accept the fact that our love life is completely 100% within our power, even if we have shit experiences at times. And sometimes it's really challenging, but yes, you have to get yourself up. You have to heal. If there's certain experiences that were extremely devastating, you have to give yourself permission to heal, and you have to actively do what you need to heal. And then you have to dust yourself off and move on. And then you're saying to God, to your God, to the universe, to the world, you know what? I am here, and the way I show up is going to dictate the quality of my love life, which means I'm going to keep showing up, and I'm here and ready for something amazing and magical. Again, you are exclusively responsible for your love life. Okay, lover girl, it's time for the final thought on today's show. You are exclusively responsible for the quality of your love life, which means if you accept and act on this truth, you can now create everything you want romantically. Hey, lover girl, don't forget to subscribe to the show in your favorite podcast app, as well as share this episode with all of your single smart girlfriends. And if you are ready to finally stop being on the losing end of love, then listen up. I exclusively work with women like you who want it all: career, success, to be loved, adored, romanced, and who are willing to change the status quo in dating so that you can finally have the love life of your dreams, as well as a soft place to land at the end of your day. Most smart, successful single women I know and or have worked with have one thing in common. They are incredible at the rest of their life, but they feel powerless, uncomfortable, and awkward in romance. Just because you are smart does not mean you should figure it out on your own. I can guarantee you there are several pieces that you are missing, big pieces. And in fact, one of the fastest ways to unravel all that's keeping you from the love life of your dreams is the secret society of adored women. But none of this means anything to your love life until you take the small step of courage by scheduling your application interview for the Secret Society of Adored Women at secretsocietyofAdoredwomen.com. This is the way beyond the podcast opportunity to completely reinvent your dating and love life as it is happening. It's a love life makeover year where you can tell all of your craptastic dating and love experiences to kiss your hot ass. This is you having a real life romantic fairy godmama at your fingertips instead of ever wasting another moment on one-size-fits-all crap advice about men, dating, and love. These are the additional pieces that I won't reveal on the podcast or in public. We are going to cover the ins and outs of mentorage dating, leaving nothing untouched.
and I'm going to work with you directly to customize the experience in order for you to get everything you want out of life and love. Procrastination is the exclusive killer of all dreams, especially in your love life. It's time to get your dating and love life in order. It's definitely time to stop pretending you enjoy mediocre dating love experiences, but most of all, it's absolutely the right time to develop your mantourage and let me help you create everything you want romantically. Magic included, no batteries required. Meet me over at thesecretsocietyofAdoredwomen.com to schedule your application interview.